This is the Rebuker, and I'm back with another one. I would like to say hit the like, share, subscribe, and the notification bell. And if you want to leave something, the Cash App is always in the description. Let me just say this, that this is no disrespect to any other baby boomers. The 2/3 of the baby boomers, that's good mothers, good grandmothers, and good great grandmothers. And the ones that went to their early demise that have children still around. No disrespect at all. This pertains to the 1/3 of the baby boomers that I'm talking about, right? So let's get to it. Okay, now the topic is about baby boom women. And I've been wanting to make a video about this for quite some time. Even before I started even doing YouTube videos, I wanted to somehow put this out is because it's something I noticed about maybe 25 years ago or more. The baby boom women might be the best, worst women on the planet. Now, when I'm talking about the baby boomers, I'm talking about the 1/3. And the 1/3 I'm talking about is the freaks. 1/3 of that baby boom era is freaks, and they're very good at what they do, and they're very content and comfortable at what they do, which is cook, clean, and screwing. That's what they're very good at, and they're very comfortable and confident in that. And those women back in the day used to have men acting like women. They could tell the men in the 70s, they could tell a man in the 70s, you ain't getting none. And he would act a fool just because he couldn't get none. You would see him slamming cabinets, busting up dishes, and acting a fool, and almost want to put hands on her just because she said, you ain't getting none. Now that's some power right there. That is some power. They're the first generation of the single parent mom. I'm talking about collectively in high numbers. That started. They probably have the highest divorce rate, the beginning of the first highest divorce rate. Also, too, a lot of, and this is the 1/3 I'm talking about, a lot of them was in strip clubs, prostitution. All that started with these baby boom women. They were just fortunate to be blessed to, most of them come from 2-parent homes, so they know how to cook and clean. And I just think having intercourse comes to them very naturally, because if anybody has been with a baby boomer, they just their comfort level when it comes to that is just very, like, they know what they're doing and they have perfected their craft. I advise anybody, because you got some baby boomers that's in their late 60s and even some in their early to mid 70s that will still go out with a younger guy in his 50s, because they know that they got that good, and they know that they can still cook and clean, and some of them is still in shape, and they figure that they can still go and be turning these dudes out. I'm telling you, them baby boom women, when it comes to in the bedroom, they turn a lot of the men out. And the reason why is because that's just something that's up their alley, and they're very confident and comfortable with, right? The reason why I say that they're the best and the worst is because they started with the single parent, that I can do it by myself. Then on top of it is they have did the messing around with somebody's man. They that era started all of that. The and quiet as it's kept, believe it or not, I found out from a couple baby boom women that told me that a lot of them was giving fellatio in the 70s. They just had to be quiet about it because the good women, right, that, was good mothers and stuff like that, they would look down on them if they found out that they was doing that, but they was doing it back then. So I don't want to hear that, no, them women wasn't doing that. 1/3 of them was. And I heard it out of the horse's mouth and said they just had to be quiet about it. And the dudes knew to keep their mouth shut. They had these men so programmed and controlled, men didn't even talk about it because they'd be like, well, you ain't getting no more of neither one if you open your mouth, and them dudes was keeping their mouths closed about it. I'm telling you, they had it sold up in the 70s, late 60s, and in the 70s, they had it sold up. Even the early 80s, they had it sold up until the new generation came through and everything changed when Reaganomics hit. But they had it sold up for quite some time, is these baby boom women. Also, too, the baby boom women raised some good children and also, too, some of the worst. Some of the most dudes that was notorious, that was in the streets and stuff like that, they're the mothers of some of these guys that's notorious in the street, that's in gangs and all of that. That comes from that era. All of that comes from that era. That's why I say it was one of the worst and one of the best at the same time. When I say the worst, is the single parent mom raising street dudes that became notorious, and also too that wild lifestyle and stuff like that. But they're some of the best when it comes to cooking, cleaning, know how to keep themselves up. They know how to basically satisfy a man in certain ways, but in other ways, they really started a trend by a lot of these women of yesterday and today. And when I say yesterday, I'm talking about the 90s up to now, has this thinking of, oh, I don't need you. That started from the baby boom women. So I'm just saying that these baby boom women, you got to be real careful. And I'm talking about some of the dudes that's in their mid-50s that might get with a 68-year-old because she's still looking kind of good and in shape. She gonna put that Jedi mind trick on you and can have you jumping through hoops that you would never think that you could jump through. I'm just telling you. So I've been wanting to make this video. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. Hit the like, share, subscribe, and the notification bell. This is the Rebuker, and I'm out.